Good evening, sir, and welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir, and welcome. Good evening, sir.
जी थैंक यू लाइट कट था अच्छा ये है
With due permission of our guest, shall we start the valedictory session?
Please go ahead.
yes
Thank you so much, sir. A very good evening to our today's guest, Chief Guest Honorable Mr. Justice R.P. Dhularia, sir, former Additional Judge, High Court of Gujarat, Guest of Honor Advocate R. Venkat Ramani, sir, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India, Mr. Hemant Bhai J. Patel, sir, President of Shri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, Anand, and all dear participants. I, Dr. Darshana Acharya, Assistant Professor from Anand Law College, heartily welcome you all on behalf of Anand Law College and Anand College of Legal Studies, managed by Sri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, in the valedictory function of our 5th online national Moot Court competition. Now, I would like to call upon Dr. Amit Kumar Parmar, sir, Principal of Anand Law College, for the welcome address.
Very good evening to all of you. It is my pleasure to welcome you all the valedictory sessions of the 5th National Moot Court Competition organized by Anand Law College and Anand College of Legal Studies managed by Sri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal. I would like to heartily welcome our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice R.P. Dholaria sir, former Additional Judge, High Court of Gujarat. I express a very warm welcome to you, sir, on behalf of our both the colleges. Once again, sir, welcome, Dholaria sir. I would like to welcome our guest of honors, Advocate R. Venkat Ramani, Senior Advocate, the Supreme Court of India. We appreciate your presence here, sir, for this occasion special on the behalf of our both the institution. I would like to welcome our President of Sri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, Sri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, Hemant Bhai J. Patel, sir. Thank you very much, sir, your support and presence for here on behalf of the both the institution. I would like to welcome our Honorable Secretary, Sri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, Srimati Josnaben Patel, madam. A very warm welcome to you, madam. On behalf of the both the institution, I would like to welcome our Dr. Rekha Kumar Singh, in charge Dean of Faculty of Law, Sardar Patel University, in charge Principal of Anand College of Legal Studies. I welcome to the Dr. Kiran Bharatia, Dr. Nilesh Shah, and all the my administrative and teaching staff members of the both the institution. I welcome to the coordinator of the Moot Court competition, faculty members and administrative members of the sessions. I welcome to all the participants from the state across India who have been participated today and students who are present here. A very warm welcome to all of you. Once again, I welcome to all of you and my regards to all the parties. Once again, sir, both the sir, welcome to on behalf of the both the institution. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for warm welcome of our guest. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Rekha Kumari Singh, ma'am, in charge Dean Faculty of Law, Sardar Patel University, as well as in charge Principal, Anand College of Legal Studies, Anand, to share the summary report of the 5th Online National Moot Court Competition.
Thank you, Dr. Darshanacharya. Respected dignitaries, Chief Guest, Honorable Mr. Justice R.P. Dolaria, sir, former Additional Judge, High Court of Gujarat, Guest of Honor, Advocate R. Venkatramani, sir, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India, and former Member of Law Commission, Mr. Hemant Bhai Patel, President, Shri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, Srimati Josna Ben Patel, Honorary Secretary, Shri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, Dr. Amit Kumar Parmar, sir, Principal Anand Law College, invited judges, and my dear students. A very great evening to all of you. It is honor to take this opportunity to present a summary report of 5th National Moot Court Competition, which is organized by Anand Law College and Anand College of Legal Study, managed by Shri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal on 26th and 27th March 2022. This was second time that the competition was organized through online mode. Though organized on online mode, the competition saw participation from 16 teams from different law colleges across India. The inaugural session was organized on 26 March at 10 a.m. and the inaugural session started with the remembrance of the Almighty God and the SRKSM song. The welcome address was delivered by Dr. Amit Kumar Parmar, sir, Anand Law College, in which Sir has welcomed the chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Vimlesh Kumar Shukla, Sir, former Senior Judge, Allahabad High Court, and the guest of honor, Shri S.D. Sanjay, Sir, Senior Advocate and former Additional Solicitor General of India, and the President of India, President of Shri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, Mr. Hemant Bhai Patel, and all the dignitaries and participants. The guest of honor and the chief guest were introduced by Dr. Rekha Singh, and the guest of honor, Sri S.D. Sanjay Sir, has shared his practical experience of moot court and emphasized the importance of moot court, that is the best practices for inculcating the best practical knowledge. Sir has also motivated through the success mantra that never give up, and we have to try till the last moment and never lose the heart. The Chief Guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Vimlesh Kumar Shukla, sir, has shared his views on moot court competition, and sir has suggested some of the important tips to the participants to become the best mooter, in which sir has given example of Eklavya and Arjuna. As well as sir has said, the mooter must have good listener as well as the good communication skills. The concluding remarks were given by Shri Hemant Bhai Patel, President of Shri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, at the end of the inaugural session. And finally, the vote of thanks was shared by Ms. Swara Anand, Assistant Professor of Law, Anand College of Legal Studies. Thereafter, the competition had four rounds in total: preliminary, quarter-final, semi-final, and final round. The preliminary round of the National Moot Court competition was conducted through an audio-video recording, which was proceeded after the inaugural ceremony, in which 16 teams were participated. After that, total 8 teams were qualified for the quarter-final round, which was conducted on 26 March, that is at 4 p.m. onwards. And 4 teams were qualified for the semi-final round, which was conducted, that is today, at 9:30 a.m. onwards. And finally, the final round was conducted at 1 p.m. And we are here with the closing ceremony of 5th National Moot Court Competition 2022. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Srimati Jyosna Ben K. Patel, ma'am, Honorary Secretary of Shri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal Anand, was very much interested to join with us, but due to unavoidable situation, Madam is not able to join us. There are total 28 institutes in SRKSM, but because of Madam's previous commitment in one of the SRKSM institute, Madam is not able to join us, but Madam has conveyed her blessings, so I would like to share her blessings with all of you. Madam has congratulated both the institutions for successfully organizing the competition. She has also conveyed her blessings and best wishes to all the winners as well as participants for their active participation. Thank you so much, Jyosna ma'am. Now I would like to invite again Dr. Rekha Kumari Singh ma'am to introduce our guest of honor, Advocate R. Venkat Ramani sir, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India.
Thank you so much, Dr. Darshana. Respected dignitaries, advocates from High Court of Gujarat, participants from across the country. Again, I'm delighted and honored to introduce our guest of honor, R. Venkat Ramani sir, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India, former member, Law Commission of India. If I have to share about Sir professional detail, Sir has enrolled in July 1977 on the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu. But before that, Sir has pursued his study at Pondicherry Government Law College under the guidance of Padma Shri, late Dr. N.R. Madhav Menon Sir as his guru. And that was the reason that Sir has came to Delhi. Through Sir close association, Sir has been part of Dr. Menon's vision of reshaping legal education in India. And Sir has included being guest faculty on constitutional law in the early year of NLSY Bangalore and his projects related to access to justice, continuing legal education, and judicial reforms. Thereafter, Sir has joined the chamber of Mr. P.P. Rao, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court in 1979, and set up an independent practice in Supreme Court in the year 1982. Sir has designated as a senior advocate by the Supreme Court of India in the year 1977. Appointed as a member of the Law Commission of India in 2010 and again for a further term in the year 2030. So, Sir has served two consecutive terms as a member of Law Commission of India from 2013 till 2016, where Sir has worked on key reports spanning on various issues which were considered very important and need of an hour. Considering as professional engagement and areas of interest, Sir has completed 42 years of practice in Supreme Court. And Sir has practiced in various branches of law, prominently constitutional law, arbitration law, law of indirect taxes, corporate security laws, environment law, etc. And in these 42 years, Sir has witnessed and been part of an extremely important evolutionary period of the court and its jurisprudence. However, his Sir interest in constitutional law began with the association of Padma Shri late Dr. N.R. Madhav Menon sir. Sir has represented several state government, university, public sector undertaking in the major litigation in Supreme Court and High Courts. And Sir has been special senior counsel for various departments of Government of India and Supreme Court and High Courts between 2004 to 2010 and has been acting as a counsel for the Supreme Court in the matters pertaining to service condition of employees of the court. Sir has not limited his services to the that is legal profession in terms of practicing, but Sir has also contributed in academic law institute. Sir has been actively involved in academic activities since 1988, commencing from already I mentioned about National Law School of India, University, Bangalore. Apart from that, Sir has also engaged with several law schools in their academic activities. Sir is always concerned with the reforms in legal education, law research, and socially relevant institutional development. And Sir is also member of Academic Council in Vishwa Bharati, as well as member of Board of Studies of School of Law, Bennett University, as well as Sir is faculty in various law schools, including Jindal Global University. Sir is always interested in promoting comparative law studies and exploring the new areas of legal theories and jurisprudence, such as law, science, technology, public policy, international law, and its impact in our domestic laws. Sir has like teaching as a resource person in Bar Council of India in continuing education program for lawyers, as well as Sir is resource person in National Judicial Academy Bhopal, and Sir is also board member in NK Nambar Lawyers Academy for the country legal education. Considering his, apart from other professional engagement, that Sir was a member of subcommittee on directive principle of state policy constituted by the Commission. Sir was also co-opted member for the expert group constituted by the Ministry of Minority Affairs under the chairmanship of again late Professor N.R. Madhavan sir. Sir has served as a member of Ethics Committee of the Indian Council for Medical Research. And Sir has always believed in serving as a member that we have to always do the legal research and writing. So Sir served as a law member in the expert group on welfare legislations set up by the Planning Commission of India in the year 1990. Apart from that, Sir was also member of South Asian Task Force on Judiciary, consisting of members of SAARC nation to submit the reports on the condition of judiciary, reforms in the institutional structures, and condition of services, etc. Sir has authored a number of books. One is Judgments of Justice, O. Chinappa Reddy, humanist in the year 1990, Helsbury Law of India, that is Torts, group of authors of the Indian Restatement of Laws on the Public Interest Litigation, and the Supreme Court Practice and the Procedure. And Sir has actually published a number of articles on the area of, that is, human rights and role of law, legal education, and environment law. Also contributed to the annual review of ILI. Sir has also authored articles on various subjects and delivered on constitutional law and other subjects. And currently, Sir is working on the book on comparative interpretation, theory and practice, as well as on legislative failures. And if I have to share about the number of chairmanship, Sir has that is supported, apart from these activities, Sir has been invited to speak at the workshop jointly organized by United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights and International Commission of Jurists at Geneva, that is in 2001. And Sir was also involved in the work of International Commission of Jurists in the Afro-Asian region, particularly pertaining to IESCCR. And Sir is also associated with International Working Group engaged in drafting an international instrument on the right to food following international conference. And if I have to share about, Sir was a member of various other commission and expert group, but Sir has recently conferred with the Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer National Award by the Capital Foundation, which was presented to him by His Excellence Dr. Pranab Mukherjee, former President of India. And Justice Krishna Iyer is also, Venkat Ramani Sir had the opportunity to work in close quarter with Sir. And although despite a number of lawyers, number of success story, I think there are a number of pages I have, but what I would like to share that Sir is dynamic, learned, renowned, and most important, humble and generous person. Sir, we are really honored to have you as a guest of honor in this valedictory function of our 5th National Moot Court competition, and request you to motivate the participants as well as the student of our institute. And we welcome you, Sir, once again, and over to you, Sir.
It's a pleasure to share the platform with Justice Dolaria and the other faculty members present on this event celebrating the culmination of a 5th Moot Court event. Now, one word of introduction would have been sufficient, saying that Mr. Venkatramani is a friend of the students and is a comrade of law schools. That would have been sufficient. And I take great pleasure in sharing my time and mind and thoughts on as many occasions as possible with students all over the country. Not because it helps me professionally or in adding to my curriculum vitae, but because there's one important milestone in my professional career. And I always keep talking about the importance of a Guru Shishya tradition in our country. And Professor Menon, so instrumental in my coming over to Supreme Court practice, and we had probably worked together in larger number of assignments given to me by him or other ways ever since I landed in Delhi in 1979. So in about 7 or 8 years ago, when Professor Menon asked me to get involved in academic activities of another law school in Greater Noida called Lloyd's Law College, and pursuant to his suggestion, I got involved, and as a tribute to the teacher, the college and some of us who are close to Professor Menon thought that let us launch a SARC level moot court event and in the honor of Professor Menon. So this NR Madhava Menon SARC moot court competition has reached the 7th year. And this year we thought, why confine Professor Menon only to SARC? Because I know Professor Menon had, apart from establishing the Bangalore Law School and laying down seeds of radical changes in legal education and generating important debates on the relevance of legal education to constitution, equitable society, and egalitarian social order and all that, Professor Menon was also involved in a wide range of international activities concerning legal education. So one of the concepts which he was able to share with academics across the world is that we need to look at justice education and not merely legal education. So the International Society of Justice Education, and we have a good gathering of academics in Europe and USA. So given all that, we thought, why only SARC? Let Professor Menon's memory and his contributions be carried beyond the SARC countries to the Asian level. So we decided, let's have an Asian jural conclave where students from all over Asian countries and judges from Asian countries will be able to come and share their thoughts and ideas. And why only Asian countries? We could have said global jural enclave, like several international moot courts. Many of you are aware of that. But as a student of politics, incidentally, because if you're a student of constitutional law, you will have to be necessarily a student of politics. Politics not in the sense of party politics, but in the sense of ideologies, in the sense of understanding the contribution of political theories and sociology, etc., to social ordering and social justice. So Asia is now placed in a very significant position because it has diversities of religion, culture, language, and migrations. Like migrations which have happened in Asia have been happening in Europe only recently. Many of you students of history will know that something called the Silk Route from China to Europe. Trade went on thousands of years ago. So we thought Asia has that large history behind it. And then in addition to that, post 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights, we have emergent constitutional regimes in several parts of Asia. So we have a very interesting blend of emergence of constitutions and the past history. So that's why we thought, let us honor Professor Menon in a more befitting way. So much so about my paying tribute to Professor Menon, and I would be doing it in any platform before any set of students, just to bring home the point that a teacher is the most venerable human being you can have around you. Let us not ignore or close our eyes to the very important tradition. Now, having said that, let me, the students around here, today my occasion to be with you is that I'm a friend of the students. So dear students, let me first welcome you, greet you, and wish you all great accomplishments in life, both material and spiritual fulfillments, and invite you to become part of the legal fraternity of India, that is Bharat. By getting into the study of law, you have pledged, be very clear about it, by getting into the study of law, you have pledged to uphold all those values of our culture and philosophy and integrate them into the values of rule of law and constitutional disciplines. A very important integration is your task. The study of law is deeply wedded to knowing how social, economic, or political divisions can be regulated, managed, and in due course eliminated through use of several tools of governance. Constitutional law is all about it. The study of law is no longer a study of some statutes or case law related to them. Thanks to visionaries like Professor Madhava Menon, the study of law has now become the integrated study of all subjects connected to social order and governance. I wish it also includes the study of psychology and human nature, as any measure of dealing with crime or punishment must necessarily be based on knowing human nature, its faults, and the scope for correction and compassion in criminal law. You must plunge yourselves into the depths of all these in order that you shine individually as torchbearers of knowledge and collectively as engineers of building an equitable social order. Moot events are occasions for traveling beyond your textbooks and occasions for entering a world of clash of thoughts, perceptions, ideas, knowing the art of persuasion, and most of all, knowing how to swim well in an adversarial court setting. This engagement provides you more and more understanding, and that understanding comes by engagement in Moot year after year, more and more understanding of how knowledge and information shall be marshaled and presented in a logical way. It also provides you the scope for precision, clarity, thoroughness, and on top of all of it, creativity. You will notice that every mood you enter into, and then year after year you do the exercise, how your creative powers increase, provided you focus attention on all these aspects I talked about. And therefore, superficial cut and paste, as we now call, will not do. Your research must be on the basis of always asking questions deeper and deeper till you reach the basics, till you reach the fundamentals. Your study must be like asking questions which others have not asked. Your understanding of case law must lead you to be able to rewrite the case law or give it a good relook. You must study the case laws not as mere stories, but as the many ways of resolutions of problems. You must know why a judgment of a century ago in England or in USA can have a perennial value, or why the law must move forward. The study of precedents while you are mooting can open your minds to how logic and law work together. You must know why judge-made law is indispensable or is an integral component of law and justice. Any student or a study of common law in England or the law of tort in England will tell you how it's all essentially a judge-made law. Therefore, you must know how to deal with deficiencies of law and articulate intelligent answers that will create ultimately peace and order in society. Therefore, a moot event is a preparedness for a larger role you will play in the society. You must open up your minds to 100 thoughts and ideas, and ever keen to promote, as I said, ever keen to promote peace and sisterhood in the community. When you travel and mingle with fellow students from various parts of the country, you build national friendships beyond faith, languages, and religion. That's very important. Being students of institutions run by high-value, powered Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, you must remember what all that great spiritual father of the nation, Swami Vivekananda, said about the importance of knowledge wedded to social service. Knowledge for mere self-promotion is a waste. Did he not say, I quote, learning is not a condition of spiritual growth. Scholarship is not a condition. Spirituality does not exist in books or theories or in philosophies. It is not learning or reasoning, but in actual inner growth. Did he not say again, I quote, to devote your life to the good of all and to the happiness of all is religion. Whatever you do for your own sake is not religion. What profound words. Now, therefore, I would say, endeavor to use a study of law to blend all of the above. And you have a great opportunity for doing so. No other study, whether it's engineering or medicine or philosophy, they have their isolated relevance and impacts. But a study of law brings into focus and integration all of these realms and dimensions of knowledge. Therefore, endeavor to use a study of law to blend all of the above. You are fortunate that you are children of a free country, and the value of this freedom is immeasurable. We come from a generation when we are probably a few years after independence, and then thereafter, look at the marvelous way in which our country has grown thanks to the constitutional disciplines. Therefore, these freedoms. So when our generation studied law, we were still in the early years of a republic, as I said. The progress made in all fields in the past 75 years is so remarkable that we can see the differences. We can see the differences in the quality of freedoms. If in 1960 or 70, I would have seen the quality of freedom of a tiller of a soil, and what I see today, it is so remarkable that we feel a lot of rejoice in our hearts. So you're born at a situation when you can see the quality of freedoms in a different way than nobody would have seen it 70 years ago. So please remember, therefore, and cherish the importance of the freedom and the free country into which you are born. But I must say that all freedoms are in essence responsibilities. And they are not mere claims and demands against the government or against any sections of the community. For instance, we all talk about the cherished freedom of expression. And freedom of expression is the duty to speak for the truth and not the freedom to destroy peace. And right to equality means giving up what is not required, and it also means sharing. Equal regard for women means not charity, but removing false barriers of status and promotion of sharing and concerns. So your new old set of values, post-1948, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and a whole range of rights which are being talked about. And you must gather the essence of all of them and find out how we can build and be part of building an egalitarian social order. So Moot events are not far remote from that. Every engagement in a Moot event brings you closer to the importance of knowing law, knowing logic, knowing what is the contributions of law and logic to the larger human community. So freedoms in order to be real mean readjustments and changes. The legal profession is the tool, the means, and the aid. How can you accomplish these tasks? Pursue selfless knowledge and commitment. How do you make it happen? Do not treat the legal profession as commerce or trade. Do not dream to become Tatas or Ambanis or the bar. Dream to become Swami Vivekanandas. And that will be my very sincere advice to you. Now, I always remember a very important quote as we talked about freedoms today. Way back in 1780, one of the presidents of the United States of America, John Adams, he said this in the year 1780. I read it. He says, I must study politics and war, that my sons may have liberty to study mathematics and philosophy. My sons ought to study mathematics and philosophy, geography, natural history, naval architecture, navigation, commerce, and agriculture in order to give their children a right to study painting, poetry, music, architecture, statuary, tapestry, and porcelain. What does it mean? 1780 was just when United States of America, established itself as a republic. So the war with the colonial countries and across Europe, the freedom struggle and the revolution across in USA. And we have the revolutions in France. Thomas Paine, who wrote The Rights of Man, also was greatly revered in USA for the articulation of rights of human beings. And when John Adams said, I must study politics and war, that my sons may have liberty to study mathematics and philosophy, so on and so forth, what did he have in mind? Today we study war, but tomorrow must come a time when people need not study war to be engaged in war. Tomorrow will come a time when people will study only mathematics and what? Mathematics, painting, music, etc. In order to do what? In order to live in a well-ordered society where peace will prevail, where war and battle will become matters of the past. So that kind of a vision he thought in 1780. I think we have moved certainly in some ways in those directions. Across the world, pick up any part of the world today, many countries have 99% of the countries have constitutions. And of course, apart from the fact that some constitutions are authoritarian, like the People's Republic of China, or some other countries where you have theocratic constitutions. Forget about all of them. So across the world today, globally, there is a constitutional understanding that nations and people must live by ideas of constitution. And why do we need that? In the absence of an idea of a constitution, we fall back on rule by men and women and not rule by law. And rule by law is not merely a statute-based law. Rule of law ultimately means by non-violent, peaceful means that each and every one of us commit to ensuring peace and order in the community. Commit to ensuring that every one of us live with utmost dignity and respect and regard. That is the commitment when a study of law should bring into you. In the absence of a commitment, of course, you can become a professional. You can make a mark in the profession. You can earn well in the profession. But that will be a very small and a very insignificant part of being a professional. In my understanding, I think it is this greater commitment as an engineer of bringing peace and ensuring the evolution of an egalitarian social order. And that's a greater commitment one should have. So on an event like this, I wish we had the opportunity of meeting you in the physical space, sharing the warmth of the heart and the mind. But that's missing. Nevertheless, I'm sure I expect we can do that as early as possible. And on an event like this, remember that when you participate in the Moot event, you are not merely doing a theoretical exercise. You are entering a world of opening up your minds quite a wide range of mental and intellectual exercises. And besides that, as I said, you are entering into a world where you are building sisterhood and brotherhood across the nation. A new world of student community, a legal education student community, can march ahead and say that 75 years later, after the Republic, here we are as the people of this one country to share our common concerns, our common faith, our common intellectual commitments to ensure that this country, which has a heritage of several thousand years of tradition, philosophy, etc., that this country shall stand as a beacon light for the rest of the world. We now witness what's happening in the east far-eastern part of Europe. And if such, what I would call primitive things can happen in Europe like this. The war between Russia and Ukraine, according to me, is so mentally primitive, if you put it like that. If it can happen there, what is that we can do to ensure it doesn't happen in any other part of the world? It's not really that you were a very small part in Anand, Gujarat. No, don't think like that. Every college, every institution of legal education, I think occupies an important dot in the connecting line of constitutional disciplines. That's how we look at it. And I can share so many ideas and thoughts about how you excel in your studies and how do you do your research. I suppose I would certainly love to listen to Justice Deloria and other guests on the event today. And I wish again each and every one of you great accomplishments in life, I said both material and spiritual. And thank you once again for the invitation.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivating words. It will be really helpful to our students as well as participants about how to flourish successfully in the field of law. Thank you so much, sir, once again. Now, I would like to invite Mr. R.N. Singh, sir, Advocate, Gujarat High Court, Ahmedabad, to introduce our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice R.P. Dholaria, sir, former Additional
Honorable
Judge, Gujarat.
Mr. Justice R.P. Dholaria, sir, was born in a village, Piparia, in district Amreli, in the state of Gujarat, in the family of an agriculturist. His schooling was in his village, but later on, he moved to Swaminarayan Gurukul High School, and in a Gurukul kind of culture, my lord had got high school education. Then later on, my lord has completed BCom and did LLB special from Sardar Patel University and at Anand Law College and Sardar Patel University, Vallabh Vidyanagar. And my lord was awarded gold medal in the law LLB special. Subsequently, my lord was also awarded National Merit Scholarship by the Ministry of Education Union of India while pursuing studies for LLM. As my lord also completed LLM from Sardar Patel University, Vallabh Vidyanagar. So first of all, my lord was part of Anand Law College and part of Sardar Patel University. So we are proud of that my lord reached to the level of High Court and discharged his duty for quite longer time at High Court of Gujarat. Thereafter, my lord had written various articles. One article which was written as Advocacy, a Noble Profession, and Public Interest Litigations, which were published in All India Reporter and as well as in Gujarat Law Reporter. My lord has served also as in the academy as part-time lecturer at Siddharth Law College, Amreli, and KK Parekh Commerce College, Amreli, from the academic year 1991-92 till date of his elevation and appointment as district judge. My lord has started practice at District Court, Amreli, from August 1984 and joined chamber of Mr. J.G. Kanabar, a senior advocate, and has started practicing in Amreli for almost and completed practice for almost 12 years. And his practice was mainly on the subject like civil, criminal, revenue, labor, and subsequently service matters. And field of specialization was civil and revenue matters. My lord worked as Assistant District Judge, Rajkot, from 10/4/1997 to 4/2/1998. My lord also worked as Joint District Judge from 5/2/1998 to 9/1/2000 at Rajkot as well as at Surat. My lord also worked as Principal District Judge from 10/1/2000 to 15/3/2010 at Ahmedabad, Navsari, Rajkot, Jamnagar, and Surat. Thereafter, my lord have decided almost more than 25,000 of civil and criminal cases, including sensational and high-profile cases, and also matters like cases under TADA and such important acts. My lord has also worked as registrar from 16/3/2010 to 26/11/2012 of Gujarat, and later on he also functioned as Registrar General of High Court of Gujarat from 26/11/2012 till my lord got elevation as High Court Judge. My lord was elevated as High Court Judge on 4th May 2013, and my lord has finally superannuated as High Court judge, the judge of High Court of Gujarat till 31st May 2021. Personally also, my lord, I have been practicing in High Court, and all the advocates who are practicing at least in criminal side cannot forget the Honorable Court of Honorable Justice R.P. Dholaria sir, because nobody will leave the court room without smiling on the face in the manner in which case was conducted before Honorable Justice Dholaria sir. And every advocate had always got a positive result, whatever, even dismissal also will, people will be knowing that my case is so weak that there is no other result could have come. So that kind of the justice has prevailed from the hands of my lord, and we are so much proud that my lord has started his judicial career from Anand Law College. That's all, my lord. With the highest regard.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful introduction of our chief guest. Now, I would like to invite our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice R.P. Dholaria, sir, former Additional Judge, High Court of Gujarat, to grace the occasion with his valuable words.
Good afternoon to all of you. May I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, all of you. Today, guest of honor, learned Senior Counsel Shri Venkataramani Sahib, the President and Secretary of Ramkrishna Seva Mandal Shri Hemant Patel, Ms. Jyotsna Patel, Principal of both the law colleges, Miss Rekha Kumari Singh and Mr. Amit Panchal, all the student participants who have took part in the 5th National Moot competition. In the virtual form, I was thinking that it would not be advisable, as well as even it would not be possible to interact with the student. But today, during the sessions, I have been reminded that when I joined the Anand Law College in the year July 1981, in the 1983, I have heard in first time in my life the moot court competition. And fortunately, the learned senior counsel Mr. Venkataramani is also one of the fellow and admirer of Professor
Madhav Menon.
Madhav Menon, who probably hold the first moot court competition, wherein I was also one of the participants in the year 1983. It was convened at the Banaras. I went along with one of our senior advocate, Mr. Dhaval Dave, who is now senior advocate of Gujarat High Court. We even won up to the final level at the Varanasi. Much things are told how a professor of law could be by the guest of honor. I have also attended so many lectures as a judge as well as a student with the Dr. Madhav Menon. Madhav Menon was so energetic and having so much legal acumen, it would be very restricted word to tell him he is professor, but he was jack of all the fields, and he has worked a lot in every field wherever he was there, and he have left impression over the student that you can easily understand from the lecture delivered by our guest of honor. Today also I recollect whenever I was sent to the National Judicial Academy, he taught us the Child Care and Protection Act. He took about 3 hours lecture, and I still remember how the law should be studied and in what manner, as a judge or an advocate, law should be understood. The manner in which he has dissected, manner in which he made interpretation, and manner in which how the practically law could be applied, that I have learnt from him. So many impressions as said by learned senior counsel. I am also still remembering him. The learned senior counsel has elaborately dealt with the subject. So the moot court is now has become a life one of the topic, one of the subject of the study in the legal education. The students are easily taking up this sort of the participation. During the participation, students are learning how to prepare a case, in what direction, in what angle, and how to address. So many things are told just now. So I need not to reiterate the same. But one thing is very clear. As far as the more students are joining such sort of the participation, joining such sort of the moot court competition, they are becoming more and more skillful while arguing the case. Not only that, but they would enrich their experience and their study and how to stand before the bench if they are prepared in this manner. So I must tell you that whenever I was sent in the first time in the national moot court competition, even I had not seen any court. I had not even heard that word. Even such sort of moot court competition was probably a very new concept in the Gujarat state. But this now I can also uh, share to the learned senior counsel that Anand Law College is arranging such sort of moot court competition at the interval of certain period. And as you know, that this is the fifth even national moot court competition is organized by the both the colleges. So college is also making endeavor to make participation and inspiring at the national level. Not the institution has not remained limited to their own student, but they have offered the participation at the national level. I am feeling very happy along with all of you to be here in this virtual platform. The participant now must be waiting for their results as well as their prizes. I am really feeling and extending my sense of gratitude for inviting me in presence of learned senior counsel as well as both the learned principal, both and office bearers of Ramkrishna Seva Mandal. And I am also viewing some advocates of Gujarat High Court are also viewing all this. Probably they are also student of this great institution like me. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, the time for which we all are waiting has arrived. So, I would like to invite Dr. Rekha Kumari Singh ma'am for result declaration and prize distribution.
Good evening, everyone. So it is now time to announce the winner of fifth national moot court competition. But before that, I take this honor to share and highlight the contribution of judges, some advocates who took a lot of pain for us by sacrificing and taking their precious time from their practice in these entire 2 days. I would like to mention with honor and gratitude their name. Ms. Stuti Kapadia, President Juvenile Justice Board, Mr. Anand Singh, Advocate Gujarat High Court, Mr. Harshad Dave Sir, Advocate High Court of Gujarat, Mr. Japan Dave, again Advocate Gujarat High Court, Mr. Hardik Dave, Advocate Gujarat High Court, Mr. Jivai Pathan, Advocate Gujarat High Court, Mr. Rahul Dave, Gujarat Advocate High Court, Mr. Pavan Barot, Advocate Gujarat High Court, and lastly, Mr. Rajiv Singh, Advocate on Record, Supreme Court of India, and former executive member of Supreme Court Bar Association. Thank you all for contributing your precious time and rendering your services to the young student who is going to enter the legal profession. Thank you so much. Now we are here with most awaiting moment of this fifth national moot court competition. Uh, Life is like a sport. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but the game goes on. Winning and losing are not that important. What is important is participation and feedback, whether you have given your best or not. And I'm very happy and delighted to announce that all the participants have given their best. So, as a customary, I have to announce the winner in the various category of the competition. And I take this honor with the permission of our chief guest and guest of honor that may I proceed to announce the winners. I want to seek the permission.
Please do.
Thank you, sir. So, for the best research category award goes to TN08 code of the team, and the award goes to Mr. Utkarsh Kumar, Marshi, that is from Marshi Markandeshwar Deemed University, that is from Ambala. And the token amount which is given to him is 1500. So give a big round of applause for him. Now, moving with next category is Best Memorial Award, and it goes to Amya, that is Pragati S. Somya. The code number is, the team code number is TM02, and the members are from School of Law, Christ University, Deemed University, Bangalore. Give a big round of applause, and the token amount is given as again 15. Now moving towards the next category is Best Mooter, and the award goes to Harni, and they are from Ramaya College of Law, Bangalore. The code number, team code number is TN09, and the token amount is given as 1500. Congratulations for the Best Mooter from Ramaya College of Law, Bangalore. Now, moving towards the second runner-up, again the award goes to Harni Divyashri from Ramaya College of Law, and the team code is TN09. I congratulate for second runner-up to Ramaya College of Law, Bangalore.
Ramaya College must be how old is this Ramaya College?
Give a big round of applause for this team's second runner-up. Congratulations. Now moving towards the first runner-up team, and the award goes to Amritya Ayush Nigam Suman Raj from ICFAI University, Dehradun, and the team code is TN01. I congratulate for first runner-up as well as the token amount is awarded is 2,500. I congratulations to ICFI University Dehradun. And finally, the winner of the 5th National Moot Court competition goes to Symbiosis Law School, Pune, Riti Miglani, Vidushi Jain, Vanishta Shrivastava. Congratulations. And the token amount goes to is 5,000. The team code is TM06. Congratulations, Symbiosis Law School, Pune, the winner of 5th National Moot Court competition. So congratulations to all the winners and participants of 5th National Moot Court competition, and I wish you all the best of luck for your future endeavor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I would like to invite Mr. Hemantbhai J. Patel, sir, President of Shri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, for presidential remarks.
Good evening. I would like to extend my heartfelt greetings to our today's chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice R.P. Dolaria, sir, former Additional Judge, Gujarat High Court, and our guest of honor, Shri R. Venkatramani, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India, Srimati Josnaben Patel, Honorary Secretary, Shri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, respected dignitaries, Dr. Amit Kumar I. Parmar, Principal Anand Law College, Dr. Rekha Kumari R. Singh, in-charge Dean, Sardar Patel University, and in-charge Principal, Anand College of Legal Studies, and dear participants. It is a great privilege for Shri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal and both the institutions to organize such a significant competition. During the event, we witnessed the enthusiasm and intellects of many bright minds from different corners of the India. I extend my congratulations to the winners and the best wishes for all who have taken part in this event. Winning or losing is not just a part of competition, but it is of the life too. For every victory and loss, there comes an experience we learn. The idea is to give your best. I personally see all the students present have different abilities and vital roles to play in the future to come, and that they all are winners, for they have potentials to become successful in their respective fields. As the lawyers are pillars of our society, they indeed lead the society to a better future. And several past and current political leaders are the fine example of it. I wish all students a very best luck for they are going to be a part of this distinguished noble profession. And I am sure that they will become the bringer of the change we wish to see in this society. Again, we SRKSM are pleased to be able to organize this event, providing the young minds of law an opportunity to hone their skill and become future ready. I congratulate the team of both the institutions for putting tremendous amount of hard work and efforts to make it successful. I would like to thank the eminent guests present for their valuable time, the judges of the championship for their contribution in successful completion of the event. Finally, I would like to again congratulate all the participants and their respective colleges for participating in the event and contribute greatly towards the mission of Bahudan Hitai Bahudan Sukhai. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. No program can be ended without gratitude. So, I would like to invite Mr. Parth Trivedi, Faculty of Anand Law College, to offer vote of thanks.
Good evening to the Honorable Chief Guest of Honor, President, Honorable Secretary, respected Principal, invited guests, teachers, and my dear participants. I, Parth Trivedi, have got this opportunity to thank Anand Law College and Anand College of Legal Studies for giving me the opportunity to express my gratitude on this special day. With immense pleasure and gratitude, I would like to articulate that we have organized 5th National Moot Court Competition 2022. On behalf of our college, I would like to give my profound gratitude to the chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice R.P. Dholaria sir. Thank you for motivating and giving your blessings in our today's event. On behalf of our college, I would like to give my profound gratitude to the guest of honor, Advocate R. Venkataramanai sir. Thanks a lot, sir, for providing your valuable and precious time for making this event a huge success. Thank you, sir. I would like to give my gratitude to the judges, Mrs. Tuti Kapadia ma'am, President of Juvenile Justice Board, Mr. Harshad Ray Dave sir, Mr. Hardik Dave sir, Mr. G.Y. Pathan sir, Mr. Japan Dave sir, Mr. Rahul Dave sir, Mr. Rajiv Singh sir, and Mr. Pawan Barot sir. Thank you, sir, for judging our moot court competition. On behalf of our college, I would like to give my profound gratitude to Mr. Hemanbhai J. Patel sir, President of Shri Ramkrishna Seva Mandal, Anand. Thank you, sir, for your precious presence over here and for motivating all the students present over here. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to Srimati Jyotsna K. Patel ma'am, Honorable Secretary, SRKSM. I would like to give my gratitude to Mr. R.N. Singh sir, Advocate, Gujarat High Court, Ahmedabad. Thank you, sir, for your constant support to us throughout this event. I would also like to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Amit Kumar Parmar sir, the principal of Anand Law College. Without your bona fide and unaccountable effort, nothing would have been possible and this function would have not been carried out in soothing manner. Thank you, sir. Last but not the least, I would like to express my profound and heartfelt thanks to Dr. Rekha Kumari Singh ma'am, in charge, principal of Anand College of Legal Studies. You are the one due to whom every function has been carried out with perfection. Thank you, ma'am. I would also like to thank the participants who have joyfully participated in this 5th National Online Moot Court Competition and have been participated from various states such as Dehradun, Indore, Delhi, Pune, Tamil Nadu, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, and many more. Thank you, participants. Without you, this event would not have been successful. I would also like to thank the coordinators of this event, Ms. Swara Anand, Ms. Pallavi Parmar, Ms. Komal Arora, and Mr. Parth Trivedi. I would also like to thank the student coordinator of this event, Mr. Bijendra Thakur, Mr. Shivram Ganeshan, Mr. Utsav Shah, Ms. Shivani Prajapati, Mr. Taksh Rawal, Mr. Krushil Barot, Mr. Meet Mota, and Mr. Jigar Paswan. I would also like to thank the technical team for recording and handling the event smoothly, Mr. Akash Patel and Mr. Kamal Parekh sir. I would also like to thank all the teaching and non-teaching and supporting staff for the complete preparation of this event. I would also like to thank the media committee of Anand Law College and Anand College of Legal Studies. Once again, I would like to thank all the participants for your active participation in this moot court competition. We are extremely delightful to host you for this 5th National Online Moot Court Competition. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you so much, Parth sir. Now, in the honor of our national anthem, I request all of you to stand up at your place.
तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे, भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे, जय हे, जय हे, जय 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 हे।
Thank you so much to all. It is rightly said by Craig Lonsborough, we lose the precious sense that an end is only a beginning in disguise. So, we are also going to depart to meet again for the next Moot Court competition. Thank you so much once again to all for your active participation, and I'm very much thankful to all the dignitaries. Thank you so much. I request all the participants to remain in the session till our guests are in the session.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Let me take leave, all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Harshad, Tave sir, Rahul sir.
Thank you.
Sir, Hardik sir, thank you so much.
Thank you.
थैंक यू। आप लोग के चलते इतना बढ़िया होता है साहब। सॉल, पवन भाई, हार्दिक भाई।
थैंक यू सर।